going to share with you some tips for manifestation, particularly in using sexual energy to create the life that you desire, or the things that you desire, the attributes that you desire, calling in and letting go of the things that no longer serve you.
So hello. Yeah, I think we are live pretty much.
My screen, you're like way out of it.
Hold on, I'm coming. There's one more click here. Live everywhere.
This is a lot.
Yay! Hello! Hi guys.
We are officially live.
So we are very excited to teach you sex secrets, tantric sex secrets, tantric sex magic, to use it with the energy of the full moon.
Yes.
And we're here to teach you step by step, how do you create magic? And this is a very advanced practice in Tantra. This is a very advanced practice that yogis do. And this is a way for you to understand how your life happens. How are you creating your reality? What's happening in your world? And how you are creating it, not just co-creating with your partner, but how you create with every thought, action, word in and out of you is creating your reality. And right now, we are going to teach you how to do this ritual of sex magic that will create, and we literally have manifested in our lives a lot of things through these rituals, because we understand how to use this magic to manifest the life we want to be living. And one of the gifts of it is how we met. And
yeah, pulling in a co-teacher was something that I would process for. And lo and behold, pulled in this wonderful teacher of 15 years experience. So international bestseller notoriety. Quick plug.
So for those of you that don't know, my name is Divine Kika. I'm an author, speaker, seminar leader. I'm creating a movement, a community international of tantricas, and we are co-creating a new life, a new way of coexisting this earth. And here is my book, Tantric Sex, Love and Relationships for the Modern Man. And I feel very blessed. Thank you guys that bought it. It's a #1 international bestseller in 35 categories, over 5 countries.
Wow.
And I'm here to rock your life. And for those of you that don't know, Orion is the son of Charles Mira.
One of the founding originators of Westernized Tantra, Neo-Tantra. My dad started Source Tantra in 1978, and I have been teaching for almost 2 years now and been practicing for much longer, to spread the beauty that Tantra has added to my life, to all of you and to the local community, just creating more and more love. I am going to be teaching in Boulder Creek, California, Santa Cruz Mountains, December 3rd through 13th. There's going to be teacher training. And then in Thailand with Montauk Chia and Charles Muir, meeting of the masters in Thailand, sold out audience in Tao Gardens in Thailand. So very excited for that.
So Orion is an amazing teacher because he's teaching teachers. And he's bringing the experience of growing with such powerful dad and influence in your life, right? And I met his dad 15 years ago, and that's how my tantric journey started. And so I think we should get on the subject.
Yeah. So always we go on tangents on these live streams. So we have 7 steps for you. How to bring intentionality to your sex and to co-create the things you desire, to call in, to let go of the things that are no longer serving, to call in the attributes, the literal manifestations like abundance and stuff.
So what is sex magic? What is tantric sex magic? And what is tantric sex? Tantric sex is a way of bringing sacredness back to sexuality, where we bring a higher consciousness to bed with us when we make love. And our lovemaking is a celebration of the love that is in the relationship. So when we use these practices, we clear our space, we clear our room, we clear our heart, we clear our environment. And to create sex magic, to powerfully manifest what you want in your life, right, with your beloved, first it starts with the conversation. Hey, I would like to create something with you. Like we have this beautiful, we have this beautiful love-making practice that we are doing. We are sharing love, and then, okay, so now let's create something beautiful. And through that, you can actually manifest really powerfully in your life.
In the Tantric philosophies, the second chakra of the genitals is associated with creativity. It's literally the force that is responsible for the creation of life. So that's part of the reasons that this is really potent in manifesting the things that you desire. Almost it's shared alignment of intentions for that you will share with your partner, that you will share with your sense of spirit, with your sense of the divine, that you bring the passion that you are sharing in your lovemaking to these intentions, and letting your brain create space for ways that it's going to pull this. Let your entire chakra system functioning in this alignment to this intention.
So the first step, what is the first step of it, is to start with really having yourself clear from your past, clear your doubts, clear your blockages, clearing any belief that is holding you, that makes you think you cannot have this or that. So the first step is really make a self-inquiry. And so what is the old beliefs that are holding me, or the old ways of being, or my doubt that I can't have it, right? So once you have your mind clear in that, then okay, so now let's harmonize my heart space. Let's actually clear and bring myself, make a prayer or meditate, do something that clear your space. How do we clear space in Tantra? We actually call in the 7 directions is one way. Another way is just set an intention. I'm clearing my space. The way I do it is I call Archangel Michael and the rescue angels to come and remove all beings, energies, that forms, energies that no longer serve me, for my highest good and the highest good of all. And they come and remove. But whatever, that's my
some
prayer.
People sage, some people Palo Santo.
Sage.
There's a lot of ways, and a lot of it's bringing your own belief and the sanctity inside. I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter what you're evoking. It's that you feel clear. There's nothing taking you away from your full presence in this act. There's nothing that's going to, when you're having these thoughts and these desires of what I want, there's nothing that's like, you can't have that, or you don't deserve it, or things that just letting go of that which holds you back.
So clearing the space in your heart, clearing the space around you. Another thing about it, may your intention, may what you want to create be for the highest good of all. Right? We really want that intention in there. Without that intention, it's not going to manifest. It needs to be for the highest good of all. And then when you put that in front of your intention of creation, and that's part of the clearing process, is my desire, is this thing that I want to manifest for the highest good of all. And if you have doubt, then pray that it may be so for the highest good of all. I want this new house. Is this for the highest good of all? If it is so for the highest good of all, may it be so.
Even if that isn't the core intention or your attachment to it, that may the path that gets me there be something that benefits all. If it's a house, can what provides the house be something that spreads joy, spreads love, spreads healing, spreads positivity to those around me, creates community.
So harmonize and clear. So when we say harmonize, so we are friends, just so you guys know, we're delicious friends. But we, in order to make this video, we need to harmonize our energy. So when we come to you, we are harmonizing. Our being is sharing a harmony within our relationship, within ourselves, and within you. So when you create this, so we call it harmonization. It can be simply as holding hands with your partner and and breathing together and breathing at the same pace. That's a harmonizing. We are breathing at the same pace, so our souls are aligned, right? Ideally, we would be sitting in front of each other, and as we sit in front of each other, our energies start to weave.
Yeah,
and we start
not
to
for the camera, we would
not the
be
camera.
having a circuit of transmitting.
Yeah, so if we were to how we can move. So we were to oops. So we were to like just weave with each other. Like, so if you can sit in front of your partner, and I can feel he's connecting from his belly. Now he's connecting from his heart. Ooh, now it's the second chakra. Hello. And we're going through the throat and third eye. And we're always gazing in the left eye. And we are saying, here, beloved, see all parts of me. And
show me the parts that are hard to say in words. Show me the things that you can't express otherwise through your gaze. Because a look, if a picture is worth 1,000 words, a conscious connection like this is worth 1,000,000.
And when we are deep into this space, it's a delicious space, guys. Like it's like we can completely just look at each other's eyes and forget all about the video.
Oh, yeah.
So we went third eye. So what we invite you to do is like connect with your partner very deeply, like in this space of oneness. In this moment, we are one. We are connecting. I let you see all my sorrows, all my sadness, all my joy, all my dreams, my hard times, my easy times, all of me naked with my soul in front of you.
And it's such a beauty to witness this and to see all of the person you're working with in there. Just to see the way that your eyes lit up when you're talking about your dreams. It was so beautiful.
And there's this deep joy and this deep, when we drop the judgment and we remember that I am a human being just like you with sadness, dreams, desires, disappointments. All that comes with a human being, and we tap into our humanity and into this beautiful space of we're all one.
Yeah.
And in this space, we are harmonizing our souls. We are harmonizing our hearts. And what the feeling that I have, guys, is that we have a circle of energy that is circulating from my heart to your heart.
Yeah, through the hands, transmitting, connecting.
The hands, through the eyes.
Through the chakras, through our aura radiating into each other.
Yeah, so it's just a deep, loving space you create with your partner. So... Okay, we can stay there forever, but we're going to go back to step 3.
And that we were going into it a little bit, connecting all the chakras, both connecting to ourselves, connecting to our partner. And then it's time to explicitly state our intentions to, after you've tapped in deeply to yourself and really connected to your desires, it's time to set them and share them, be witnessed in them.
Of people from all over the world that are learning Tantra and gathering and experience this deep connection, this deep energy, this deep power, this deep awareness. So one of the ways that I like to set intention in my life, and I do it very consciously and I do it often, is I say, I am now bringing to my life, and I literally, I bring my hands up and I say, I am now bringing to my life a beautiful community, or whatever is that, or I'm working out again, right? So before I go to the gym, and it might sound crazy for some of you, I sit, like there's a pool, I sit and I meditate, and I visualize the beautiful body, the healthy body I'm creating. So when I'm going to the gym, I'm consciously building this body and rejuvenating.
I love that. I something that before I even came to Tantra, I practiced in my workout is visualizing the contractions of your muscles and them gaining mass and stuff. And it's bringing intentionality to everything. It's so beautiful and so powerful. I don't cite me on things, but I read that you actually get larger gains when you're bringing that conscious attention to the muscles. It's creating that full contraction even deeper. And the visualization brings that connection, that mind-body connection that's so important.
So manifesting, I manifest 4.6 pounds of body fat drop in 1 week because I add the visualization to before my workout. So whatever it is that you are trying to manifest, I invite you to have clarity and remove all pain or worry or all lack that is around it.
Yeah, you want to set your intentions generally on the positive rather than the negative. Even though we do bring intention to letting go of things, when like you don't say I don't want to worry, you say I want serenity, I want calm, I want peace. Just a general.
I have, and I would even go one step further. I am bringing to my life, or I am. Those are
I am.
words
I love.
to say,
I am.
Right. So we're bringing that in. And then even in your everyday life, when those thoughts of lack or not that you want come, you can.
It has that first thought, and then it goes down a line. It seeks out evidence for why that negative belief is true. Connection is unstable. So this connection and
it's stable, but it's staying. Oh, no, it's staying.
It's staying. Sweet.
Staying. It's staying. I'm back. Yay! Hi guys. Sorry about that. We're here. So this ways of setting an intention powerfully for what you want. Now, in lovemaking, right? So now,
we didn't, because of the technical issue, we didn't finish the statement. When you have those negative thoughts, if instead of going down the mind's natural tendency to seek out that for why that belief is true, that confirming that you get attachment to this belief, this negative self-belief, so if instead you just say an affirmation and the opposite, it trains your mind, even if you can't fully take it in as deeply as possible. It ends that. You just cancel that thought. I'm unlovable. I'm so loved. I'm so worthy of love. You just catch the thought in its process. You can transfer out of that. Sorry, we're still having a little bit of connection.
Yeah. So it's trying to reconnect. But,
maybe you should go back to the Divine Kika network.
I think like now, shall we? No, I'm just gonna continue.
All right, yeah. Continue.
So expanding through, because the computer is trying to do it by itself. We're on YouTube. We're like.
Yeah, but you changed networks to Xfinity Wi-Fi instead of Divine Kika, so I'm afraid that Xfinity Wi-Fi has worse connection.
No, it has better. Okay. Well, here we are, guys. Sorry about that. Yay, we're still live on YouTube.
YouTube's spoiling. That's why 4 streams is a lot. Maybe which one are we not attached to? Like,
okay,
let's go.
So, guys, so expanding now through the lovemaking practice, that is another way, is to, while you start making love to your partner, now we set all these intentions, you harmonize the breath, you connect. Now the time is to add breath, movement, and sound, the 3 keys of Tantra, right? The 4th key is visualization, which will be later. But for right now, we just add, so the step 4 is, so we are here, and we are in this, let's say we're still in that space, and then we connect to, So the movement would be the lovemaking movement. We are sitting across each other, and that really good. So that movement, and now, so when we do this breathing, what happens is we are expending our pleasure. We are expending the energy. So literally, when you breathe, you do the movement and you add sound, it expands the experience. So even when you are in orgasmic states, and we are very good at staying longer in orgasmic states because we expand the breath, we expand the sound. The sound is the key for expanding your orgasmic power.
These 3 things can make a world of change to your ability to move sexual energy, and that sexual energy is the creative force that's making these manifestations that much more potent.
So when you are with your partner and you are making love now with the intention of creating something, and we're saying that beautiful community, and we are like now we are starting to expand the pleasure, right, with our sound. So what we're doing, we are saying to ourselves, turn up the volume on feeling. We are like commanding our bodies, because it's a command in the mind that expresses in the body and expands the sensation. So if I am feeling pleasure and I'm telling my body, I'm telling with my mind, I'm telling my body, I'm telling, oh, baby, let's feel it even deeper. And let's, like, how much more can you feel? Can you feel me now? And then we bring this sensation. We tap into feeling my body, into feeling breathing, into expanding. And like, what if I could be aware of energy now and feel this big energy? Feel this big
all
movement.
the subtle sensations, and just getting as deep into your body as possible, and feeling that joy in every cell of your body. Just using the sound as a vehicle to just move it further and further,
deeper and deeper. Yes. So now, so what is it now? Like, we are expanding the pleasure, and that will become a dance. The dance of loving and changing positions and circulating, and then we are dancing. Right, so now it's that beautiful dance of love, but now we are breathing into it. We are breathing into that beautiful community. We are breathing in the new home. We are breathing into this space, and we're starting to say it. Right, we're starting to say the things that
more
we want
love,
to
more love,
more love. Yeah, that's something that me and my beloved we do often, and we say more love. And we want to, like, love each other more, and let's keep manifesting.
Yeah.
Right? So more love, more joy, and then you keep in this dancing, more love, more joy. May the community expand. May you guys really practice this
bigger
ritual.
And bigger.
Bigger and bigger. So how high can you take that pleasure? How high can you bring? I'm trying not to get into it too much.
Stay professional.
Stay professional here. So we're breathing into it. So now we're saying, celebrate the house. And as you are getting into that orgasmic power, now this is the important part. You guys, you don't want to spill your energy. It's like when the orgasmic energy is coming, we know when it's there. So instead of not breathing and contract, we relax, we expand, we make sound. And now we are saying this thing we want to manifest. And we are saying it out loud. We are saying with power. We are saying with believing.
With certainty.
With certainty. Yes. So.
And we're starting to link the pleasure and the high sensation that we're feeling in the lovemaking to how good it's going to feel once we get this community that we're looking for. Once we feel that we're linking the love that we're feeling right now to the more and more love that we'll have, to the bigger and bigger pleasure, to the everything that we want to co-create, where it's a natural link, and that the matching of the states just creates this attraction, this magnetic force. And that's going to get you everything you desire.
Yes. So now we are focused on this, and we are saying this. The community is growing. So now let's say we were in this deep orgasmic energy, and the orgasmic energy becomes this flow where it's going to me, to you, and it's going this way, right? It's a wave. So as we go through this wave, guys, we're moving and expanding this energy, and this is generating this powerful energy. Power, 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 power. So you say it until you get to a place of stillness. And now we touch each other's foreheads, and we look in each other's eyes, and we agree that we are going to visualize that community. So we close our eyes, and we see that community forming. We see that happening, that community growing and people happy and whatever else.
In every detail you can think of, from the type of people you want to pull in, the happiness that'll spread in their lives, the joy, the stories they'll bring to you, the feeling that you feel in your body, that thrill of teaching and spreading the love. Just as many details as you possibly can get to get a clear picture. I'm a firm believer in telling the universe exactly what you want, down to every detail, and that's really going to help your brain create the path to that and help the universe provide it for you.
So we're now visualizing touching our third eyes. And if we were making love, all chakras would be touching, right? So now we are saying, bring the waters from the heavens, and the waters pass through. And we are looking at each other and bringing this beautiful gift of, this is what we are co-creating together. This is what our rooms is creating. This is the power of this moment, right? So from here, we dive into deeply celebrating this moment, celebrating as if it's already happening. The community is already there. There's no doubt. There's not 1 ounce of doubt in your being that that's already happening. That which you want, that which you desire is already happening. Now, the next step is, what steps do I need to take in my life now to actually create this? And then you write down the steps and you go through the steps, because just visualizing and making the magic without massive action won't happen. So you need now have massive action. And that's the secret. That's the secret for this, because in the movie The Secret, one of the irritating things is they didn't say massive action. You know, like,
the universe will just provide. No, you have to incorporate both sides of the brain into this manifestation, both the thinking side of the brain and the feeling, the visualizing, the feeling it in your body, and the thinking. What steps can I take in? Can they be specific? Can they be measurable? Can they be time relative time? There's SMART. There's an acronym that I'm trying to.
This is the mudra for the womb of manifestation. So I learned a long time ago in India from an old guru that there is a place in the universe where all our desire, our dreams, that's the womb of manifestation, the unmanifested to manifest. So it's the cooking place where all our desires to cook. And so if you really want to go deep into this practice, you interlace your fingers like that, and then you put them forward, and then you put your fingers like this. So this is the womb of manifestation. Okay? This is the womb. So in this space, you can visualize whatever you're intending to create for the highest good of all, and then you give it to the womb of manifestation. And you see it there, and Mother God is cooking it for you. So as you take the steps to create it, as you clear your beliefs, blockages, doubts, as you clear your actions,
as you get into the proper vibrational energy, a high energy state that helps you put it into that action, that helps you be at the place of the doing, of the creation. That is really what it takes to make it into a reality.
So Tantra is choosing with awareness which brings you joy. What brings you joy? So when you tap into this energy of, I'm creating my reality with my thoughts, my actions, my words, and every movement, everything in and out of me is creating my reality. When you're conscious of that, life changes.
Yeah.
Life has a new perspective, a new way of being. So you can use that in your sexuality and create sex magic. Now, one of the beautiful things is like, it's when it's full moon, the days before the full moon, we think about the things that we are creating, the things that we want to manifest. And we start to clear out what we don't want. Now, ladies, before your period is the time that we are literally cleansing from our system everything that we don't want. And in that shedding moment where we are dripping, I invite you, and this sounds a little bit crazy for you, so it might be a little bit much for some of you, but I sit in my garden and I tell the earth to take whatever pain, whatever sadness that's in my being, I just drop as I bleed, because there has been so much blood drop into the earth that was not sacred. This is sacred.
It's the only blood shed without any pain, without any loss of life force. It's a loss of an egg, but
That is a powerful energy. And do you want to say something? So I do that, and then as the moon is filling up, if when I'm lucky, that is with my moon, and the full moon is coming. But it doesn't necessarily have to happen that way. It still can manifest it otherwise. Then you tell the moon what you want. You look into the eyes of the moon and you say, what do you want to create? Now, for the man, you were telling me.
Yeah. So when you're bringing this intentionality with your sexual energy, you're imprinting it in your. You're imprinting the sexual energy with this intentionality, and in Tantra we have a belief of withholding ejaculation and kind of creating it as seeds for the intention, just having that creative life force. You're literally when you ejaculate, it's 500 million sperm cells or something goes out. That's only takes one of those to create a life. That is so much energy being expended, and instead, if you can conserve that and have an ingasm rather than an outgasm, that it allows you to bring that creative energy, that force into getting to that high energy level, that place of putting your manifestations into action, that place of feeling energized, feeling creative, feeling powerful. I mean, there's this invigorating force when you compare a man right before he's going to come, he's so alive, and then afterwards you see him, he's knocked out, half asleep and stuff. And if instead you can maintain that life force into creating the future you want, it has such power.
It's so beautiful, and it's cute, like how Shiva came to manifestation. That's like my cat Shiva. He wanted to come into the video.
On some of the videos, not
on
this
some
one.
on some of the videos. Yeah, there he is. So this is our 7 steps for sex magic. Of course, this practice is very deep. Of course, this is an advanced practice. So we invite you to use a higher awareness and to know that if you stumble on this video and if you're watching until now, you're a special being that is capable of creating this magic in your life. So use it, expand it.
You are the creator of your own universe. You're the creator of your thoughts. Take that power. Do not feel like I don't have control over my life. You have complete control. It might not always be in this tangible cause and effect sense, but there's infinite possibilities, and it's just a matter of opening up to an expanded, knowing that it can come many ways and it can come in a certain time frame, but you can create it, and your beliefs are so powerful, such medicine, control your whole perspectives, just 9/10 of living, really. I mean, you can have people that are going through what most would consider the worst tragedies, and people in developing countries or in war places where they still find happiness, yet we're in America and have so many decisions and so many freedoms and we still have the highest depression rates or near the highest depression rates. So perspective goes so far, and we just take the power of being the creator of your own universe.
So I grew up in one of those countries where life is difficult. I grew up in Brazil, and I have traveled the world. And yes, sometimes life is tough. We are not here like the fluffy teachers that saying, oh, life is easy. And no, life is difficult. And hard stuff will happen. But how are you handling it? How are you creating your reality, controlling what you can control?
Yeah, that is so important.
Changing what you can change. Because that's how your reality manifests. Is you start by creating what you can't, controlling what you can, and then things start to shift and get better. But you get better first. You feel it inside first. So I invite you to dive into communion, into harmonizing, into love with your partner, and expand love. And this is not just for me. It's my life. It's the way I live my life. The way I've been living this tantric life. And we're friends. That we are co-teachers. I have a beloved, and we do this practice of manifesting very powerfully often. And it's amazing what comes out of that. and the amount of energy that we can waste doing that.
I thought it was beautiful earlier what you said about sending that message out, sending these intentions out to the divine, and expanding it up to your sense of source of spirit.
So that is this. So we put it in the womb of manifestation, right? So after you did all that ritual, the next step is, okay, now I give it to the universe. And I trust fully that if it's for my highest good, it's coming to me. And this is a beautiful thing when you trust so deeply that what's meant to be, like what you need to know, when you need to know, you really know it. What you're creating will come to you when you're ready to receive it, right? So I invite you to tap into that. And years ago, I do this thing. I have a jacuzzi outside where I can see the moon, right? and I was just going to illustrate with a little story that I did it by myself. and that was like, I traveled to Europe and I was alone. That was, I don't know, 8 years ago, I guess, about 2013. Okay. Yeah, so 2013, I came back from Europe. I was like, oh, I want a French man. That was my thing. I want a French lover, a French boyfriend. And then I looked and I was looking at the full moon and I said, I want a Frenchman and he's tall and he already knows Tantra and he's ready for me. And he's here. And I say that, and so it is. It's already here. He's already here in my space. I swear to God, 3 days later, I received this email from this French guy. Okay, and then he goes, oh, you have any events coming up? I'll be in your town this day, this day, this day. I say, I don't have any events coming up, but I have a photo shoot. Would you like to participate in the photo shoot? So it happened that the photo shoot was in my house. 21 days after I made that prayer, he knocked on my door. And we become lovers and we lived together for a year after that union. So I totally manifested him. If I knew that I was manifesting, I would sort out a lot of the details. That didn't work after a year.
With the universe, what exactly you want.
Be very specific on what you want to create. Very specific in what you're manifesting. I can go on and on stories of manifesting. Your dad manifested a house. Like he said he wanted a house. The perfect backyard? What was the story?
He's a powerful manifester without doubt, but we are running pretty long. So we need to get into more stories of how this is a reality. And we just hope that you can share it with your lovers and you can create the life that you've always desired.
You deserve to have what you want. That's that. Namaste.
Namaste.
Now we go. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening.
Namaste. Thank you, guys. I'm going to end it here, and I don't know where else we are now. Bye. Thank you.
Oh, wow. You can save or delete.
Save it.